Good morning, dear students. In the last lecture, we have studied two types of binary operations, namely commutative binary operation and associative binary operation, and we also saw a few examples of the two. Today, we will see how to construct a composition table if my underlying set S happens to be finite. So suppose star is a binary operation on a finite set. Then in order to display the information regarding the interplay between any two elements with respect to this operation, we draw what is called as a composition table. So let us first understand what is the composition table, how exactly it is constructed, and then we will see what all we can deduct from the composition table. So in the composition table, we put the given operation in this corner and the elements of the set are written in this top row. This top row is called as heading row. Similarly, we also write the elements of S in this column and call this the heading column. Now we need to fill up these cells, and we are going to fill up these cells by combining in this position. I am going to find out what is A1 star A1. So I will compute A1 star A1 and I will put that element over here. Then for this place, this element is in the first row, second column. So I will take the combination of A1 with A2 with this operation, and in this place I will write A1 star A2. Likewise, in this place I will write A1 star AN. Then in this place I will be writing combination of A2 with A1. So A2 star A1, A2 star A2, A2 star AN, and so on. Likewise, if we go to the last row, it will be AN star A1, then next element will be AN star A2, and last element, the element in the last row, last column will be AN star AN. So that should give you an idea as to how to fill up the entries in the composition table. For the given operation, you compute these pairs and then write out the elements in each cell. Now the first thing worth noting is that suppose star is only given to be an operation on S, and I wish to check whether it is a binary operation. Remember that note that I had given you a few lectures ago as to how to prove that something is a binary operation. Now if star has to be a binary operation on the set S, then three things must happen. For all elements of the set, AI star AJ should be defined, it should be unique, and it should be again an element of S. So let's look at the first condition. If AI star AJ must exist or must be defined for all combinations of elements from S, remember we are going to get all these combinations in this part of the table. This part of the table minus the heading row and the heading column is called the body of the table. So we will find all such combinations in the body of the table. The first condition for a binary operation is that all such combinations must exist or must be defined. So in every cell in the body of the table, there has to be some element, because if it is defined, it will be equal to something. So there should be no blanks in the composition table. That will ensure that the first condition is satisfied. So make sure that there are no blanks. If there is a blank, it means for that particular pair, AI star AJ is not defined. So make sure for the first condition that there are no blanks in the composition table. Secondly, this must be unique. So in every cell, next you have to make sure you get exactly one entry. No double entries in a cell. So uniqueness. And finally, all such combinations should again be from S. So make sure that every entry in the body of the table is from the given set. So in order to show from the composition table that star is a binary operation on S, we have to make sure that there are no blanks in the composition table, no place where you have more than one entry possible, and all entries in the body of the table must be from the given set. Also, you can check whether an operation is commutative directly from the composition table. So remember, what is the commutative property? Commutative property says that AI star AJ should be equal to AJ star AI for all I and for all j. So this should happen for all combinations of elements in S. Now, just to give you all an example, A2 star A1 should be equal to A1 star A2. So this element should be the same as this. This element should be the same as this, and so on. This element should be the same as this. So essentially, the elements need to be placed symmetrically about the diagonal. So either you make sure that this diagonal acts like a mirror, so the elements on this side are reflected on the other side of the mirror in the same position, or else you make sure that the first row is identical with the first column, second row is identical with the second column, third row is identical with the third column, and so on down the line. So this is how you can check commutative property from the composition table. However, we also studied associative property, but it is not possible to verify the associative property directly from the composition table. What do I mean directly? Just by looking at the composition table, you will not be able to decide whether the operation is associative or not. If of course you use the composition table and do a lot of calculations, then you will be in a position to determine whether it is associative or no. So just to give you an example, let us prepare a composition table for Z5 with respect to addition modulo 5. Z5 is equal to 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, and this is my set. The operation given on it is addition modulo 5. So let me construct a composition table for it. This is the heading row where I write my entries. This is the heading column and the rest of it which is not filled so far is the body of the table. So now I am going to fill up the entries in the body of the table. 0 bar addition modulo 5 0 bar is 0 bar. 0 bar addition modulo 5 1 bar is 1 bar. This will be 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar. This will be 1 bar. Now look at 1 bar addition modulo 5 1 bar. That will be 1 plus 1 bar of that, which is equal to 2 bar. So if you continue that way, in fact you can pause your video, complete the composition table. Once you are done, get back to the video and check your calculations. Remember 2 plus 3 will become 5 bar, and in Z5, 5 bar is the same as 0 bar. So I hope this is the composition table that you also got. In the next lecture, we will look at some examples of composition tables, and from there we will determine whether the operation is commutative, and using some calculations we will check whether it is also associative. That's all for this lecture. Thank you.